Welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and get right into this. Today I'll be reading Exodus chapters 26 and 27. 26 is called the tabernacle. Let's get right into this. So, it says, make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of finely twisted linen in blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, with cherubim woven into them by a skilled worker. All the curtains are to be the same size, 28 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Join 5 of the curtains together and do the same with the other 5. Make loops of blue material along the edge and of the blah 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 along the edge of the end of the curtain in one set, and do the same with the end curtain in the other set. Make 50 loops on one curtain and 50 loops at the end of the other set, with the loops opposite each other. Then make 50 gold clasps and use them to fasten the curtains together so that the tabernacle is a unit. So, kind of more instructions for some kind of vice, some kind of idol. I don't know. Make curtains of gold hair for the tent over the tabernacle, even 11 altogether. All 11 curtains are to be the same size, 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. Join 5 of the curtains together in one set and the other 6 together, or the other 6 into another set. Fold the 6th curtain double at the front of the tent. Make 50 loops along the edge of the end of the curtain in one set, and also along the edge of the end curtain in the other set. Make the 50 bronze clasps and put them in the loops to fasten the tent together as a unit. As for the additional length of the tent curtains, the half curtain is to be left over. The last curtain that is left over is to hang down at the rear of the tabernacle. That is, what is left will hang over the sides of the tabernacle as to cover it. Make for a tent a covering of ram skins dyed red, and over that a covering of the other durable leather. Goodness sake. These chapters are kind of lame. Make upright frames of acacia wood for the tabernacle. Each frame is to be 10 cubits long and a cubit and a half wide, with 2 projections set parallel to each other. Make all the frames of the tabernacle in this way. Make 20 frames for the south side of the tabernacle and make 40 silver bases to go under them. 2 bases for each frame, one under each projection. For the other side, the north side of the tabernacle, make 20 frames and 40 silver bases, 2 under each frame. Make 6 frames for the far end, that is, the west end of the tabernacle, and make 2 frames for the corners at the far end. At these 2 corners, they must be doubled from the bottom all the way to the top and fitted into a single ring. Both shall be like that, so that there will be 8 and 16 silver bases, 2 under each frame. Also make crossbars of acacia woods, 5 for the frames on one side of the tabernacle, 5 for those on the other side, and 5 for the frames on the west at the far end of the tabernacle. The center crossbar is to extend from end to end at the middle of the frames. Overlay the frames with gold and make gold rings to hold the crossbars. Also overlay the crossbars with gold. Set up the tabernacle according to the plan shown to you on the mountain. Make a curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen with cherubim woven into it by a skilled woven. Hang it with gold hooks on 4 posts of acacia wood overlaid with gold and standing on 4 silver bases. Hang the curtain from the clasps and place the Ark of the Covenant law behind the curtain. The curtain will separate the holy place from the most holy place. Put the atonement cover on the Ark of the Covenant law in the most holy place. Now, its most holy place is capitalized at this point. Place the tabernacle and the curtain outside the curtain on the north side of the tabernacle and put. That's a weird way to say that. And put the lampstand opposite it on the south side. For the entrance to the tent, make a curtain of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, finely twisted in linen, the work of an embroiderer. Make gold hooks for this curtain and five posts of acacia wood overlaid with gold, and cast 5 bronze bases for them. Ooh, that ends chapter 26. Let's go ahead and read chapter 27. It says, the altar of burnt offerings. Build an altar of acacia wood, 3 cubits high. It is to be square, 5 cubits long, and 5 cubits wide. Make a horn at each of the 4 corners so that the horns on the altars are of one piece, and overlay the altar with bronze. Make all its utensils of bronze, its pots to remove the ashes, and its shovels, sprinkling bowls, meat forks, and fire pans. Make a grating for it, a bronze network, and make a bronze ring at each of the 4 corners for the network of the network. Put it under the ledge of the altar so that it is halfway up the altar. Make poles of acacia wood for the altar and overlay them with bronze. The poles are to be inserted into rings so that they will be on 2 sides of the altar when it's carried. Make the altar hollow out of boards. It is to be made just as you were shown on the mountain. Next one is called the courtyard. Make a courtyard for the tabernacle. The south side should be 100 cubits long and is to have curtains of finely twisted linen, with 20 posts and 20 bronze bases, and with silver hooks and bands on the posts. The north side shall also be 100 cubits long and is to have curtains with 20 posts and 20 bronze bases with silver hooks and bands on the posts. Excuse me, I'm dying to death. The west end of the court hall shall be 50 cubits wide and have curtains with 10 posts and 10 bases. On the east end, toward the sunrise, the courtyard shall also be 50 cubits wide. Curtains 15 cubits long are to be on one side of the entrance with 3 posts and 3 bases, and curtains 15 cubits long are to be on the other side with 3 posts and 3 bases. Why not just say the curtains are to be on both sides and then your measurements instead of doing it twice? For the entrance to the courtyard, provide a curtain 20 cubits long of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely twisted linen, the work of an embroiderer, with 4 posts and 4 bases. All the posts around the courtyard are to have silver bands and hooks and bronze bases. The courtyard shall be 100 cubits long and 50 cubits wide, with curtains of finely twisted linen, 5 cubits high, and with bronze bases. All the other articles in the service of the tabernacle, whatever their function, including all tent pegs for it, and all those for the courtyard, are to be in bronze. Oil for the lampstand. Last section, and then this is the last part of the chapter. Command the Israelites to bring you clear oil of pressed olives for the light, so that the lamps may be kept burning. In the tent of meeting, outside the curtain that shields the ark of the covenant law, Aaron and his sons are to keep the lamps burning before the Lord from evening until morning, or just till morning. This is to be a lasting ordinance among the Israelites for generations to come. So that ends that. So it looks like from here on out, at least Exodus looks like to me, a lot of instructions. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Pretty short video because there's really not a lot to add to these chapters. They're pretty straightforward. They're just God giving instructions on how to craft this tent, the tabernacle, all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I hope you all have a blessed day. Tomorrow I'll be back with more.